2 and 3. Why we are equating? Whenever the left hand sides of the equations are same, you can equate the right hand side of the equations. So therefore, keeping in mind from equation 2 and 3, I can write it is, that is V upon Rp, which is equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2. Say if three resistors are there, so you make it as V plus R3. If there are n number of resistors are there, you can write it as Vn upon Rn. So like this you can go on extend the expression for the n number of resistors. So for this case we are considered only two resistors. I want to restrict my expression only for that is two resistors. So this is the expression on equating equation 2 and 3. I will get that left hand side V upon Rp, which is equal to V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2. So in this expression further it can be simplified. Right hand side of the equation, so left hand side of the equation V upon Rp, which is equal to, you can take V outside, so what is left out, 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. You see that this V get cancelled. Finally we left an expression like this, that is V 1 upon Rp, which is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So this is the final expression of the parallel combination of resistor. So with this expression I can write it is, I can evaluate, I can find the equivalent resistors of the equivalent resistor in parallel combination of resistor. Apart from that, I can calculate the individual resistors R1 and R2. This is the advantage of the this expression. So now let us see. So in the examination, usually sometime in order to twist the question, they will going to ask the state the law of parallel combination of resistor. So many students, they are mug up in the statements, so without knowing the concept. Preferably physics, as you know that physics is the language of mathematics. Once we know that language, so you can easily put into statement form. The question, as I said, that state the parallel combination of resistance law, or there is a practical is also that verify the law of parallel combination of resistors. So if I written in this like this, how we will going to write it? It is reciprocal of Rp. Rp represent what? Reciprocal of equivalent resistance, equivalent resistor in parallel combination. This is nothing but the, how to read it? It is 1 upon Rp is nothing but the reciprocal of Rp. Rp represent the equivalent resistor in parallel combination, which is equal to sum of the individual resistor R1 and R2. So this is the statement of the parallel combination of resistors. So the same thing I can put into reciprocal of law. Reciprocal of equivalent resistance, in which case in parallel combination it is designated as Rp, as you know it. Reciprocal of equivalent resistance in parallel combination is designated as Rp is equal to the sum of, since there is a plus sign, sum of individual resistor. R1 and R2 are the individual resistors. Individual resistance also you can call it. So this is what the law of sum of reciprocal of, it is equal to sum of reciprocal of. Sum of, you write it is also reciprocal. This is also sum of reciprocal of sum of reciprocal of individual resistor. So you have to add it is, see once again I will read it. So 1 upon Rp you have to read as reciprocal of equivalent resistance in parallel combination. Equivalent, instead of equivalent you can call that effective resistance or total resistance also you can refer it. These are the equivalent terminology of the equivalent. So reciprocal of effective resistance in parallel combination is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistance. So this is the law of parallel combination of resistance. So now see, I want to see once again briefing that. So you are drawn the two resistors. When two resistors are said to be connected in parallel, if two resistors are connected between two given point, is it across this combination a battery is connected. As a result, a potential difference form. Because of potential difference, current is going to generate in the circuit. That current is going to split it into two branches. This is a complete circuit diagram. So on referring to circuit diagram, you will get that main current is equal to sum of the branch current. You can call it equation 1. So for this is the first branch, you have to for first branch you have to apply the Ohm's law. Similarly, you have to apply the Ohm's law for the second branch. So you have to write in the form of that expression. You have to write in the form of current. So on substituting what I1 and I2 in the above equation, we get the equation 2. Now I would like to replace that these two resistors. Instead of these two resistors, I want to connect a single resistor. By connecting, suppose if I am able to draw the same amount of current, this resistor I am referring that equivalent resistor. So now I am replacing that this single resistor for single resistor. In order to find the current in this equivalent resistors, you have to draw the equivalent circuit diagram. This is what the equivalent circuit diagram. You see that in the equivalent circuit diagram, you have removed the two resistor. Instead of two resistor, you have considered single resistor, that is represented as designated as Rp. So now main current is flowing. As a result, PD is going to form. So once again, for this equation, for this circuit, you have to apply the Ohm's law. So on applying Ohm's law, you get an expression for current I is equal to V upon Rp. This you can call it equation 3. Now on comparing equation 2 and 3, so you will get that this type of expression. On rearranging all those things, we will get cancel. Finally, we get that 1 upon Rp, which is equal to sum of reciprocal of sum of individual resistance. Same thing I can put into once again carefully. That is reciprocal of equivalent resistance in parallel combination is equal to sum of reciprocal of individual resistances. So one thing I would like to point out it that when two resistors are said to be in parallel, two or more resistors are said to be connected in parallel if they are connected between two given point. On applying certain PD across this combination, if same PD will going to develop across each resistor, I think that I might written the same current, not the same current, same PD develop across each resistor. If it is the case, then this circuit we are calling the parallel combination of resistors. You see that you may ask that cross question. What is the difference between series and parallel combination of resistors? You see that in series combination of resistors, current will going to remain same. In parallel combination, PD will going to remain same across each resistor. Is it? This is the one difference. Second difference in series combination. What happened that in parallel combination, the current will going to split it into two branches. Whereas in series combination, current will going to remain same. Is it? In series combination, the potential difference is going to vary from R1 to R2. These are the apart from that, on the designing of the circuit diagram also, you can write the one more difference. You may ask that write the difference between series and parallel combination of resistor, right? Any three difference or any two difference between the series and parallel combination of resistors. As I said that in series combination, current will be remain same. Is it? In parallel combination, current will going to voltage will be same. In parallel combination, current will going to divide or split it into branches. Is it? Main current divided into branches. Whereas in series combination, potential difference will be that will going to change. These are the basic difference. On the basis of circuit diagram also, we can write the difference between series and parallel. With this, I want to conclude. In the next class, I would like to take some other topic.